Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to the stream. So, as you can see by the thumbnail, we have fixed the racking issue. Let's jump straight into it. So, everything's looking good here. Live chat, everything's good. We've got the volume going, we've got the music in the background, very good. So, as you can see, by the thumbnail, we fixed the racking, guys. So no more frame rate issues with the AI powered racking. Very big shout out to this guy here. This is Gary Smith. I forget what he's Taddy. I think it's Taddy something. But Gary Smith, shout out to him. He's usually in the streams. He optimized it. I still don't know what he actually done. I know nothing about 3D models, but I know he pretty much this racking. What happened was the asset developer was doing bad practice. Let me know if like the music's not too loud in the back, but that's going to finish now anyway. So let's get rid of that. But yeah. So what I was saying is the developer done bad practice. Pretty much there's all different parts that make up this racking, and when you construct the racking, there ends up being about 20, like for this entire racking here, minus all the wood, there's about 20 or 30 materials. So that was the rendering issue. There was way too many materials for the parts. So what he's done, and there was way too many draw calls, which was probably resulting in the draw calls, the amount of materials. So he's downgraded the draw calls down to one draw call, I believe, and one material. So this is what he's done. He's sort of turned it into a fixed mesh. This is the latest mesh. This can get deleted, but this is the mesh he's done, and just in a standard blueprint, because I need it for the number logic, to be able to put number logic on it, so it has to be in a blueprint. But what he's done is he's added very simple box collisions, just to add collision to the mesh, which sort of results in a crazily optimized version of this racking system. So as you can see, the racking is one big mesh with just a text render there and these box collisions. The only issue with it, let me jump over here, check up on you guys, but we're good here. The only issue is that the collision, if you see it, let me slow this down a little bit. Alright, there, alright. So as you can see, the collision is not quite accurate. So the result is that our pallets, when I go like this and go shift, and it will go to the next piece of collision, and it's, as you can see, it's dropping down to that level. But we need to raise it up just that much at least, so then things sit on that. But that's a very simple thing to do, that we could pretty much go find out which box we're working with, like this one, that box there. So box 4, we need to increase the height. So I reckon we can go with the 8.2 maybe. 8.2. No, not that way. What would it be? It would be this one. Okay. Alright, there it is there. I think that's good. Who cares about the bottom? The one, what we're caring about is right there. So we'll go to 2.7, I reckon. No, 2.6. Alright, that's going to be us. That's exactly where we want it. So 1.26 for that, and then a 1.26 for this. That's good. These aren't really the only issues up here. So if you could technically walk here, your foot would go through this like through the metal racking until you hit this collision there. Then it will then there will appear to be a collision. But we can just simply increase the largest value, which was this 5.6. Let's just go with the 6. but this is now too low. Ah, interesting. 5.6. Let's go with a 5.8, and then we can potentially go like. Oh man. Okay. Oh man, that's so close. I think we'll just leave it like that. The collision's going to go into the ground a little bit. No, we're going to go like this. And then we're going to grab this thing again, and we're going to increase the height of it, like that. Oh, you kidding me? Oh wait, what am I doing? Not that. I need the position, like this. You know what? That's gonna work. At least it's not got colliding into the ground. So there's that. So we need to change all this 252. 252. 252. Alright, so there we go. There's the collisions fixed. So now, how you doing? Wirik, mate. Welcome to the stream. Game looks amazing. Thanks, bro. So there's going to be no collision for this, but should we add collision to that? You know what? It's a blueprint. Why not? Duplicate. One. 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 Okay. Oh, make sure the collisions are right, but block all. That's what we want. Oh, for the love of God. Yep. That's gonna work. Oh, whoa. Okay. This is a prototype map. You know, we aren't trying to go with the final build. If we do need to use this map for the final build, we will upgrade it, obviously. But right now, I just want that collision to, just so you can't walk your feet through that. So there's that. We can go bang like that, and then look at this. Grab that location. No? Okay. Okay, interesting. I mean, oh, all right, that's close enough. Duplicate. Bazinga. All right. I think that's good. Now the collision's good. Realistic. Not that you're going to be able to get up here, but why not fix it while we can? So now, when I go like this, this should shift end right to there. Yeah, that's exactly where we want it. Shift end. Shift end. I know what happened. He had the collision down to here, but when he added this, he forgot to rise the collision. That's all it was. But shout out to him, man. Like, I still don't know what he done exactly, but he done a very good job. If you see, like last time, we were getting down to about 20, 30 frames a second just by looking at the racks. Now it does not even, the frame rate doesn't even budge. All right. So there's our finished racking. We can probably, I don't know, does this, see this? Does turning this off when you don't need it optimize the actor blueprint? I'm assuming it would. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So what I might as well do is I might as well just jump in, because what I want to do today is I want to just finish off the mapping here, because the reason why this has taken so long is because we're messing around, like stuffing around trying to get this racking fixed, but now we've got it done. But the reason why I haven't really done anything else is because I'm waiting on the animations for this working system, like the pick packing animations. So once I've got the pick packing animations, then I can start doing the logic. I might optimize these blueprints in the stream. We fix that. I want to do some more mapping. I want to put some piping here. I want to put something here. And for the roof, I've got these bracket things, so I want to put brackets here, like 1, 2, 3 brackets, maybe 4 brackets here, just so it gives more detail to the roof. We might add a few more things, and that's our warehouse. But what I might as well do, where it says, you streaming from any other platforms? No, not currently. I was multi-streaming to Twitch, but the free app no longer is free anymore, so I can't really do it. That was what was happening before, and it wasn't connecting, is because it now costs money. So I'm not really multi-streaming. I just these are mainly on YouTube, so I just do it on YouTube. I was multi-streaming to Twitch, but not anymore. But let's jump straight in, and I'll show you the frame rates. Like show you the frame rate. If you were here for the last 2, 3 streams, like you're gonna see, you're gonna be amazed by the frame rate, because the frame rate was dropping down to about 20, 30 frames a second, which was insane. He also dropped the amount of triangles down at about 50,000 triangles. It went from 250,000 to about 200,000 now. You can't see the triangles there. You would in the mesh. See the amount of triangles? Not 198,000. Why can't I see it? Oh, here we go. 197,000. Interesting. So which one would it have been? It would be that calculation. Nanite triangles? Okay. I'm a programmer, guys. I know nothing about 3D models. Even animations. Couldn't for the life of me make an animation. Couldn't for the life of me make a model. I'm a programmer. That's what I do. That's what I'm good at. That's where I can shine. You know, you can't really wear all the hats in game development. I mean, you could if you learn everything for 10 years. You know what I mean? Like I would for me to be satisfied with like what I would produce with animations and 3D modeling, I'd have to do it for 10 years to get good enough at it to be able to match these type of assets that I'm using. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't for the life of me make this brick wall. I wouldn't know where to start. Like, all right, so here we go. Stat, FPS. See that? See that standard frame rate of 60 frames a second? Wait, stat unit. See, now watch the frame rate not even budge, guys. Look at this absolute fucking magic. Oh, it drops down a bit, but that's nothing. That's the first time I actually seen it go into the orange. But it's really going doing that because there's a lot to... It's a big room. That's really... see, like, this is the standard rate when you're in a small 50, 60, but bounces up to 70 frames. But once you're in, like, a big room like this, is like 30 frames a second. I'm assuming that. Let's actually test that logic. And let's see, so we're about 30 frames in a big room. We're about 50 frames in a small room. Because it's technically what's been rendered. I think I can actually show you here. Yeah, like, see how things are unloading and loading back in? See? You can just see it. So it's loading more. It's common sense. But here we go. Oh, okay. 40, 50, 30. Okay. Yeah, it's about... Probably not as bad as this, but it's performing a lot better than before. Way much better. But that's the frame rates we're doing. But what do we want to do in here? I want to optimize these blueprints. Finalize the blueprints, rebuild them, just optimize them in a better way. I want to put some piping here, just to put some detail. We could potentially have some wiring go down to here into like a metal thing there. We can have all our brackets up there just to more detail the room. Because see this very bareness? That's what I'm trying not to go with. Just to make it so everything looks good enough to be able to play the game and test the mechanics and build the mechanics and all that type of stuff. But that's what we're going for here. This is actually good performance. And all I've done is used a cull distance. Look at that. See that? There's the cull distance in play. I actually thought this would actually happen, but I didn't quite check to how far. So we need to do something. We need to increase that now, very slightly. We need to be able to stand here and see that wall. Because this is probably the longest point of view that you could have. So let's fix that now. So I think we're at about cull distance. I've only got literally, I'm doing from one size up. Maybe we can go like this. 5,000. I reckon we add 2,000 to it. Can you see it in the editor? No. Alright, I've just got to jump in one more time just to see if we can fix that. Because that's an issue. This is probably the longest point of view you're going to have in the prison, because this is a very long hallway. And then it extends down further. So let's jump in here and let's see if we can fix that. How you doing, Gary Smith, mate? Press G. Awesome, thanks for letting me know. What do you mean press G? Press G. Oh, G. Oh, that's right. In the editor, you press G, do you? Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember now. That's right. That's how you get the cull distance to work. So I think 7,000 might fix it. Or is that not enough, actually? I think my actual position in the world is deceiving us. So let's just go in game and try it. As you can see, I've got the Weapons Edition Unreal Engine. It's a secret edition that you have to do so many hours in programming before they send it to you. It took me 15 years to rack up the amount of hours. It's a slightly modified version with fixes and innovations that no one's ever seen before. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. It's just I changed the splash screen. Alright, now we're looking at fucking renderings. Think 2000's us, yeah, it's definitely working. I want to try drop it down to as small as I can get it actually. Let's see 6000 does it. If 6000 doesn't, I think 6500 might do us. And this would mean pretty much anything that is that size and more. So it literally means everything. Do you reckon I'm better off doing different sizes and like which would be more optimized than this, or is this just gonna? It's just working for me anyway. That way. All right, let's check this distance. Once we get this distance done, I'll optimize the palette. I actually might. Yeah, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna make it work with the interactable. I'm gonna make it a child class of the interactable, so then it works today. I need to do that with everything. I need because with my interaction logic, with my line trace to see if you can interact with something. There's literally 5 different types of fucking actors that can be interactable, but I need to make it so I use one single interface where I can literally use one check. Instead of 5 different checks, I'll do one check. That's just optimizing. I need to do that. That's one of the optimizing stages I need to do for the next build. We're at a version 1.0.1 now, which is almost once I do a couple more features and maybe 1 or 2 more features before showcasing it, then you'll be able to see them for the first time in a devlog. But let's check our distance. I bet you it's not going to be enough. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Yeah, it's about 500 units in it. Yeah, I'd say that's 500 units. I just want to get it down as much as I need it. Because this would, the more I increase this, the less optimized it's going to be. The more things that are going to be rendered. I should be checking the frame rate as well. So there's no major difference. And the NPCs aren't spatially loaded. Uh, you'd have to do it in Actor, I believe, in the blueprint. There is no spatially loaded because it's not a fucking world partition. You have so much issues with that type of shit anyway. 6500 should be us, I reckon. If it's dead set 50 units out, I'm going to lose my mind. But we should be able to stand with our back against the wall and see the wall without it disappearing. Because that just wouldn't make sense. It looks bad. So this is like literally the furthest you're going to be able to see. Ah, there we go. Beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. I can't for the life of me. Oh, look. See when my head covers it? It's unloaded. Now it's loaded. Unloaded. Loaded. Unloaded. Loaded. Can you see it? You can see it popping into existence. See? Fucking hell, man. Unreal Engine just does it all for you. But there's our computer. I shouldn't be able to access it yet. Not yet anyway. Alright, let's rebuild this bad boy here. For starters. Oh, fuck. I didn't check the frame rate. Sorry, guys. I've got to... Cause, like, we just need to see if there is an issue and rectify it straight away. Are you doing dedicated servers? At least for the first stages of testing, no. I mean, we could, but I don't. We can't afford to do dedicated servers. You know what I mean? And with dedicated servers, if no one's running a server, no one can play the game. You know what I mean? So it's going to be listen servers. I think listen servers will handle this type of game. About 20 max players with listen servers at least, because it's infrastructure. It's to have dedicated servers, you need to have enough dedicated servers with enough player slots to sustain the player base. What if we go viral and the game's free to play? Where the fuck are we getting the funding, to do that type of stuff? We could build infrastructure so, obviously other people can make their own dedicated servers, but there's not going to be enough to sustain the player base. We can't have players downloading the game, going in and not being able to join the server. It's not going to work. Please accept my friend request on Discord after you're live. No worries. No worries, Zuza. Okay, well, when that unloads, the other players will fall out the world. Wouldn't a call distance... Wouldn't a call distance be client side? Why would it be server side? Because that would mean that I'm affecting the other player's world. It's not. So you have to replicate a cold distance? What would I have to do? Create my own streaming system, like only load the objects if there is a player within range? That can be done. I've done that plenty of times before. Like, you have to do that anyway to be able to create your own streaming system, to be able to get past limitations in Grand Theft Auto, like there's only a certain amount of objects that can load. But if you want, I think there's 1,000 objects that can be loaded at one time. And if you want more than 1,000 objects, you need to stream it. So I need to look into that. But for now, cold distance is where it's at for us. All right, we're looking at stat FPS. Yes, stat unit. We haven't. It's not affecting it at all. Yeah, nah, it's pretty standard. Wait, let's see what... Yeah, that's not long enough, is it? Yeah, no. Yeah, frame rate's still good. That's all good. I just wanted to double check that. Because you need to jump on. Once these things happen, you need to rectify them straight away. Alright, okay, good. Shout out to whoever subscribed. I'm pretty sure that was a subscriber. Alright, what are we doing? We're optimizing this. This is getting completely rebuilt. Boxes, small and large. Oh, there's no shift end in here. Now this needs to be the same as that. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, uh, okay. Okay. Interactable depth. Alright. So now interactable type. Interactable type. Oh, freezing up. What happened here? Okay, here's our logic. Now that's just going to automatically work with our going to automatically work with our thing. Okay. Now let's double check this is going to work. What happened here? Oh, shit. What? One second, guys. I'll answer your questions in a second. The fuck? Oh, alright. So we're going in game, but let me answer your questions. That's a big issue, Gary Smith, with the cull distance not being client side. PC specs. My PC specs are currently it's a brand new PC build. It's a Ryzen 5 5500, an RTX 4060, 32 gigabyte RAM, and 1 terabyte NVMe. It's a brand new pre-build. It's called a Tartarus. The Tartarus. So that's what I call it. The Tartarus. All right. Palette. It cost me like 1,300 Australian dollars. It's like a mid-range. I think it's like an entry-level gaming PC, around entry level, something like that, or maybe a slightly higher. But we're jumping in game to see if our interaction logic now works with this bad boy. And then and then we can build then we'll build a struct instead of just using variables. Structs are harder to handle, but it just looks better. So now we've optimized the palette into being a separate actor that we now need to get an interface reference to. It's just going to automatically work with the interacting logic. So it's pretty much the container's a master of the master interactable. So the containers are pretty much the same. So I need to make everything a master interactable if it is a blueprint. But as you can see, I added a second blueprint. I had to add a second blueprint, a second mesh for the boxes. But there's only one mesh for the container because I can turn anything into a container. So I can turn that pallet of racks into a container if I want. And a container is storage, inventory storage. But I need to do what I'm doing now for everything that is interactable. So it all works through one interface and one logical system instead of 5 different fucking things. I'll optimize it a little bit by checking tags of the actor first. So instead of going straight to an interface and then checking the interface with a hard reference for every single actor, what you do is you check if the actor has a tag. So if it's a player, put a player tag on the player. So then you're only checking against booleans. You're checking against player tags before you do the interface. That's how I optimize the process, but I need to change all 5 of the fucking things into one. But there we go, bang, palette. Interact, boom, interacted with palette, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Alright, now let's do palette logic. Shout out to whoever's watching. Make sure you hit the like button, guys. Consider subscribing. So now we can go into here. We can do some structs. We can call this bad boy the palette data. So what type of palette data do we need? A couple booleans. We're only going to need one unless I do something like this. Look, I'll show you what I mean by it's just starting to get out of control and I need to optimize it. As you can see, look at this. This is not going to cut it. But I did optimize it. Like I said, instead of checking the actor against a fucking interface straight away, check the tags. So interactable, so this palette will have an interactable palette. So what I'd have to do here is I'd have to go into here. Yeah, no. See, what I was trying to do is make it so some are interactable, some are not. And I'm not going to bother trying to do that gymnastics. So we can just do that. So is large palette. It's pretty stupid having a struct with one fucking variable in it. Yes, it is. So we're not going to do it. Yeah, alright. We can just expose a new variable in the palette. Just so I can have variations of the palette, like a large palette, small palette, just so it gives a bit of variation to it. So now we've got small pallets, big pallets, cardboard boxes. That's a small box. And here's the large box. So now this should change without any issue. What? Oh shit. Oh, interesting. Okay. I think that's the best we can do. Large pallet, small pallet. Large pallet, small pallet. Large pallet, small pallet. Okay. There's our final pallets. What is it? Beautiful. So what I'm going to do is do different variations of that. So we got that. I'm just putting a couple pallets, man. Just a couple variations. So we can go like this now. And go like this. Alright, you got 3 pallets to choose from. There we go. We got our pallets. So there's that all done. Racks done, pallets done, beautiful. Ready to go. Ready to do some logic here. As soon as you interact with it, we'll go into your little working component. We've got all your variables for your working component. We can check if you're working. If you're not working, this will sort of coordinate with the computer. So you go to the computer, you'll go into a working mode, you'll be told which rack to go to. You'll go to that rack. That's right, we've got to do this logic. And this is where the data can come into play. The struct now becomes plausible to use. So let's go with the palette data. Palette data. What is it? Rack number is large palette. Rack number. What in the world? Rank numbers. Rack numbers. Rack 1. Oh look, they're all gone to fucking rack 2. Rack 3. Alright, there we go. There's our rack data. Or a palette data. So now we can identify, if you get told to go to rack 2, I can check if you're actually interacting with the palette in rack 2. So there's our palette data. There's our optimized boxes which work with the master interactables. So what I've got to do now is move all these to the right section. Warehouse, alright, beautiful. There we are. There's our palettes. How long have we been going for? 51 minutes, not bad. Let's start getting some mapping going. And also, there's no level instancing at all right now. It's all just literally everything's in folders. So now let's do this piping detail. Let's go about this high, I reckon. Beautiful. Got a bit of detail there. This is a recurring theme throughout the jail. There's big pipes going everywhere, mainly in the sewer and that, but this just gives a bit of detail here, you know what I mean? So when you look over here, you actually see a bit of detail on the wall. It does a big difference. I'm not going super overboard because this is the prototype map, you know what I mean? We just want something that's good on the eyes, functionable, enough to build our mechanics and stuff like that. Beautiful. Oh man, when I have to line it up like this, it gets a little bit hard. Oh, is our pipe detail. Bit of detail, big difference. Ah, I forgot I can. I thought there was not going to be any models that I could use here, but let's just get some detail here. Why isn't that? Okay. Yeah, a bit of detail there. Yeah, maybe we can. And Gary Smith, remember how we were talking about I can't use models like that are too different? See, this is like as different as we can get. See, this is like a little bit more high quality than this, But as you can see, these are like high quality models. So I'm really just going for as high quality models as possible. If I show you like this, for instance, the modular prison, look at the models here. They're very, very, very basic. You know, we've got that. You know, this is slightly not as realistic enough for us, you know what I mean? So to mix all those models together, it's not going to look good. But I sort of had to use the showers because that's all I got right now. But I hope to plan to remove all this and get some more realistic shower stuff, some more sinks, maybe some better dividers. I don't even know where on earth that is. Uh, Now what I want to do is just we'll give the roof that much more detail so it's not sharp corners and stuff. Yeah, that's dead center there. One, two, one, two, one, two. I think that's good. Thought I might as well finish this off in the live stream just before we get the animations, and then we can start doing some coding. Uh, it gives it that just that little bit of detail, like it's a roof. We should go one in the middle, you reckon? Yep. There we go. And I don't think I've done this in the rec room, so we might as well just add a couple in the rec room while we're here. So there's our roof detail. What do you reckon, guys? This is good for final one. See what I can do here actually. I'll put it right here. Nice little spot for them to access the pipe. I think that's us, guys. There's our warehouse. I think that's us. Alright, there's our warehouse. Let's undo that. We're looking for recreation. As you can see, it doesn't have it. Fuck me dead, look how long it is. There's going to be some few here. How am I going to break this down? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, bang. 3, 6, 9, 12, 4, 8, 12, or 7. 1. Good Lord. No. What I'm going to do is like this. We're going to go with the light. That light here. Center of that. It's about the center. 5. Okay. One, two, three, 4, 5. That's alright. That's a nice even space. We can go then then. Beautiful. Yeah, that's gonna work. It's the last bit of the roof detail, and then we're done. At least I put something up there, like to make it make sense a little bit. There we are, guys. Rec room upgraded, warehouse done. It's pretty much where we are, guys. So what I probably could do now we've done what we needed to do, I could probably show you a bit of the computer logic. So we've got a computer, different type of logic. This is inmates are going to only be able to access the computer type of dispatch, charges and CCTV, obviously only for CEOs and that. And then we just got a computer UI, computer interface, toggling, detoggling, and that's all it is. And then all the logic happens inside the blueprints, inside the. Well, where does the logic happen? Yeah, it all happens in here. It's all client. It's all owning client. So log out and stuff. It's just a very simple system. The way it works is we've got our buttons. All this logic doesn't really work now. I want to make it so all these buttons work. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a time and day of the server, or maybe this will actually show your time, your actual time. So if you're in the game and you want to check the time, you can just check the time. It's going to be your real time, and this might be your real calendar day of your actual time zone and stuff like that. This is just going to be a little adjustable volume in that. And this is obviously, the wallpaper for, for police computers. I'm going to make a green wallpaper that says, Justice County Prison, and that's going to be the dispatch computer. So it's pretty much the same logic, but this opens up CCTV cameras. Or if it's a charges computer, this will open up the charges menu. I haven't built that yet, but the dispatch menu, when you click on here, the dispatch logic will come up, and then you can get an order, pack the order, dispatch the order, and stuff like that. So that's pretty much where we are. It's a very simple system, guys. The only really module for the computer is the message logic, which is message pop-ups. There's the camera portal. You can't really see anything now, which is hilarious, unless I go like this. G. No. Okay. G. There we go. G. Wait. G. G. Oh, okay, whatever. It's just, it doesn't want to work right now. Because the way I had to optimize it is, shit. What is it? Camera portal, message. Alright, so, I forget what I was just about to say. But anyway, there's the computer. Very simple logic. Just gives you ability to, obviously check cameras, put in charge logic. The way the charging system is going to work, if you haven't already been watching the streams and see it, that's what I was going to say. Yeah, these for these cameras to work, that's what I was going to say. Because there's so many, the frame rate gets impacted massively. Even just one of these things running constantly, and I mean this render component here, this thing running constantly will fucking destroy the performance, especially if you've got 12 cameras like I do here. But the way I did it is done a bit of an optimization system. So as you can see, I toggle the capture component. I toggle the tick off. This is very important. This won't really do anything until you do this. This will completely disable and enable the camera. So what you want to do is you want to completely disable the camera until you're physically looking at that camera inside the UI, and then you enable it. then you enable that camera. And when you switch to another camera, you disable every other camera, and then you enable that one camera. So the cameras are only working, and you'll see the frame rate drop only for that one camera. So there's a little tip to do that. If that was stressing you out because you can't do so many cameras and you wonder how the fuck I did it, that's how I did it. You need to do things like that. This type of stuff, this active component, that's the standard thing in active components, is activate and deactivate nodes. Just like when you go into here, there's auto activate for components and stuff like this. You know what's this? There might be an auto activate somewhere here, but that's what auto activate is. Auto activate pretty much activates the component pretty much, but that's what I did for the CCTV. But that's the computer system, guys. But that's pretty much where we are. So, what I wanted to do, I probably won't do it here to be a bit boring, is I need to move these bad boys over. At least 1, 2, 1. Alright. Okay. I need to move them all back. Not necessarily here, but mainly for these, because look how far off the wall it is. It doesn't look right. I need to move it over like bang, bang, at least 1 notch, at least 10 units over. I can't be bothered doing it right now. But yeah, I just need to move all those cameras over, which I actually might do right now. Fuck it. Let's go. CCTV 1, 10. Yeah, we'll just go 10 for now. 10. 10. 10. Ah. 4, 5, 10, 6, 10, 7, 10, 8, 10, 9, 10, 10, 10. There we go, 12. Ah, that's right. We need to add some cameras into the warehouse. And I'll show you my process of adding cameras. So, what we want is some cameras in the warehouse. So we can just, let me speed this up a little bit. Where we're going to put the cameras? Obviously here and here. Okay, can I get something here? That bad boy right there, bang. So there's number 13. So what I'll do is I'll add a camera. I'll show you what I'll do. We can turn that bad boy around like this. They want to be a little bit higher. Oh shit. Fuck. Fuck. Two from the line. 2 from the line. Oh shit. 2 from the fucking line. How am I gonna do it? Shit. Okay, what I'm gonna do is go like this. Go off the wall. We're gonna go off the wall 10. Off the wall 10. Off the wall 10. Alright, beautiful. Oh, there we go. We've got 13 and 14. So now what I need to do, I need to go to the materials. I need to make render target. So this is the camera render target. So what I've got to do, so I've got 13 and 14. So I've got to duplicate that. That goes to 13. Right click, create material. Material number 13. There's 13. Then I've got to go in here. I've got to change that to a user interface. Bring that over. There's our material for 13. Duplicate. There's 14. Create the material. Now, I've got to do this. There's 13 and 14. Cameras are placed down. Now I go into the tables. I go to the camera data, and now I've got my thing like this, and now I can duplicate. We can do that number 12, which is 13. This is going to be warehouse 1. Number 13, number 13. Duplicate, 13, warehouse 2, 14, 14, bang, cameras added. So there's our 2 new cameras. What I can do is we can just quickly jump in game, see how the cameras look. Spawning class, CO. Let me check up on you guys. Shout out to whoever's watching. Make sure you hit the like button. Consider subscribing, guys. We've been going for an hour and a half nearly. Not too bad. Let's jump in game and check out these warehouse cameras. So we should have 2 different angles now of either side of the warehouse. Beautiful. So now that makes 14 cameras all up. Or is it 15? I don't know. 14 cameras. I can guarantee you now, if you don't disable the component tick and disable the actual component, you think the rackham was disturbing the frame rate. I reckon the engine would crash, literally. If I disabled that and made them all just run constantly, I should do it just to show you. It's fucking outrageous. Because the thing's rendering constantly. It's literally rendering that area constantly, you know what I mean? Even if you're using one that's in an inventory, you're gonna experience the performance impact. So what you want to do is you want to turn it off when you're not looking at your inventory. So it's really only working or running when you're actually looking at your inventory. That's how you'll be able to save it. You might drop a little bit of frames like in the inventory, but you're not really going to tell. But let's check out this camera system. What in the world happened over there? I thought the whole map broke. CCTV room, bang. Cell block A, B, C, D, E, or shoe 1, shoe 2, interrogations room. Charge room's there. What? Okay, that's not good. What in the world? Okay. What happened What happened there? Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. What? Oh, that's right. I got to give them IDs. It doesn't know what's going on. It thinks it's the charge room because I duplicated it and it's ID 7, see? See, ID 10, 11, this is meant to be 12, this is meant to be 13. So that's how it determines like which one to show. See, the camera ID is relevant to the row number, the row name, which is all numbers, which is the ID of the thing. So there we go. That's that done. So there's that fixed. It should work perfectly now. Ah, oh, fuck. You know what? Let's close everything because this is all going to work properly. We can get rid of that. We got that. There we go. Bang, bang. It's going to here. Not that it's going to need it. We'll double check. Save all. Save that. Save all. Jump in game and test out the cameras. Shout out to whoever's watching. We're going for an hour and a half. Not too bad. I'll probably finish up after this, guys. I've got everything that I wanted to get done. Now I can actually start focusing on the charging system and the working logic pick and packing system, which is both operated by the computer. So then the computer will be done. We'll have accessible computers for the inmates, which is obviously just a dispatch computer. CEOs can look at CCTV footage and make charges. So those are the immediate future plans. But let's get this over and done with. Let's check this out. Make sure it's all good and we'll finish up, guys. Hope you enjoyed the stream. If you're new to the stream, you are wondering what this game's all about, go check out the devlogs. I've got the link in the description on YouTube, so go and check out those. And there's a new devlog going to be coming out very soon once I build this charging system, working system, potentially another feature or two. I'll call that a version and we'll get it out. So we'll get it out and we'll do a devlog. But let's go check out this CCTV system. A, B, C, D, 1, 2, interrogations, charge room, medical, recreation 1, recreation 2, commissary, warehouse 1. That's pretty good. That's not that bad. Let's check my stat FPS. See, look, 35 frames. As soon as I watch the frames, as soon as I drop out, see that? See me game 20 frames? But look, as soon as I turn the camera on, bang! From 70 down to 40, you lose 30 frames a second just to fucking have a camera running. But see, it stays. See how it stays? Oh, look, oh, fuck. Down to 28. Watch it jump back up, bang. See that? So there's solid proof that my optimization is working. But there we are, guys. That's pretty much where we are. We done a few things. Why isn't that reaching? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, alright. I think that's a good distance to be able to shoot someone. You can't shoot someone that far. But if you're this close, no, you're not going to be able to hit them. No. There. So that's about how far you've got to be able to hit someone with a taser. And, oh, wow, look at that. Look at the the equipment. Watch the radio. It doesn't move with the animation. What's going on there? What in the world? Oh, I must be just doing it through the component. Ah, no wonder. Oh, fuck, no. Oh, wait. Okay, there we go. Radio socket, handcuff sockets. Why isn't... Radio socket is on the fucking pelvis. It's attached to the pelvis. It should be moving with the pelvis. Oh, well, that's nothing too serious right now. But anyway, that's pretty much where we are, guys. That's probably where I'm going to leave this stream. I hope you enjoyed, and probably be back in the next couple of days. Once I get these animations, we can start. I'll jump in game and I'll work on the order system or the charging system from scratch, pretty much. So I've got an idea what I want to do. There's going to be a volume here. That's where you actually have to get the inmate to go stand over here. So pretty much he stands here in front of the camera. And then this computer will be able to access that inmate's charges. All these charges will come up in a list, and you can add new charges and punish him however way you want. After you charge him with whatever, you're able to segregate him inside the chute to punish them up to 10 minutes. But that's probably where I'm going to leave this, guys. I hope that's a blueprint. No, it isn't. Of course it fucking isn't. Let's get rid of that. And, oh shit, wait. Copy. Okay. This, see how it's a blueprint? I can actually make it, these cameras work, so it actually shows the right time on your time zone and everything. That's what I'm going to do. That's why I want it to be a blueprint. Okay. That. What the fuck? Where is that? It's in recreation. That's not what we fucking want. This needs to go to... Where are we? We're in the charge room. The fuck? Oh, interrogations, it's only one thing. Okay. Okay. So is that... Interrogations. Okay. Alright, there we go. That's us. Alright guys, that's probably where I'm going to leave the stream. But like I said, if you are new to the game, want to check out the progress, make sure you go check out the devlog, guys. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one. So there won't be any more mapping. I've pretty much done the mapping now for the warehouse, and the next bit of work we're going to be doing is a bit of coding, either charging system or working logic, which will probably be in the next couple of days. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.